Hi Yogis, thank you for joining me today. Today's practice, it's yoga for runners, and whether you're a runner, you want to be a runner, maybe you've just started a training program, or even if you're a really avid walker, this practice is going to be for you. We're of course going to target our lower body. Take it nice and easy, slow, getting into our hip flexors. Millie's gonna help us out as well. But we're also gonna target our upper body as well. Sometimes we neglect our upper body. We think running and walking, all lower body, but depending on your gait, how you're running, your stance, we can tense up like this. So we're gonna hopefully help to relieve the upper body a little bit as well. Grab a block. I would recommend 2 blocks if you have them handy. If not, it's not the end of the world. You can always grab a stack of books or, maybe a couple of small boxes, just something sturdy to help support you. And then if you would like a blanket or a pillow, feel free to grab that as well. Some water, of course, and just get yourself comfortable and we'll begin. Okay, so I want you to start in a comfortable seat. Maybe you stay cross-legged or you sit back on your heels. Whatever works. Find that comfortable position. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Maybe you turn your palms face up towards the sky and just take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. One more like that, fill up. Empty out. And just slowly start to take some small circles with your neck. Just going one direction. Just take your time, be gentle with yourself. And linger in a spot if it feels nice. And then switch directions. Take just a few more moments here. Then start to make your way back through center. Float your eyes open. And then just take your right hand, bring it around to the left side of your head. Gently tilt your head down towards your right shoulder. You're not using your hand to yank or pull your head. It's just very light pressure, just helping to guide your ear down. And then maybe you walk your left fingertips out. Maybe lift them a little wider. It just kind of changes the sensation. Nice, then come back through center. We'll take that on the other side. So use your left hand as a guide to draw your left ear down towards your left shoulder. And then maybe start to walk your fingertips out. Play with how far, how high you would like your hand to go. And come back through center, release that. Maybe give your shoulders a little circle, a little shake. All right, and then come into tabletop position. Moving through a few cat and cows. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, round your spine, really dome out your upper back. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round. One more, inhale. Exhale. Come back through center, finding your neutral position in your tabletop and coming into a small C curve. So C curve is you're going to start to look over your left shoulder and pull your left hip out as well, like you're trying to bring your left hip up towards your left shoulder, and you're trying to have your gaze and your hip meet. Nice, then come back through center. Take that on the other side, looking over your right shoulder, swaying your right hip up towards your right shoulder. And hopefully feeling gentle sensation down the left side of your body as you stretch here. And so then come back through center. Send your right leg straight back behind you, toes tucked on the ground. Rock a little bit back and forth, just getting into your right calf. Maybe press back and hold there for a couple of breaths. Maybe you just went for a run. Maybe it's been a couple days and this is just a recovery for you. So linger where you need to linger today, because every day this practice can feel different on your body depending on what you just did. So then come back to your tabletop. Send your left leg straight back behind you, and again, rock a little back and forth. Pause if it feels nice to hold it there for a couple breaths. All right, and then come back to tabletop position. Tuck both toes under. Sit back on your heels. So we are taking toe stand, but a very short toe stand today. And just use this as an opportunity to circle out your wrists, give your arms a little shake, and just breathe here. We really aren't going to be here long, but we can't neglect the bottoms of our feet. Maybe you just close your eyes. Take a nice breath in. Let it go. 2 more like that. Inhale. Empty. Last one, fill up. Let it go. Okay, slowly start to crawl yourself back forward. Untuck your toes. Give them a gentle, very gentle wrap into your mat. All right, and then press back to downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet. And I promise that is the only toe stand of today's practice. You got it out of the way. All right, yogis, and then step your right foot between your hands, finding low lunge. Swivel your left toes back a little bit, and then tap your left knee down to the ground. Grab your blocks here, and you can untuck your left toes if that feels better for you. For the blocks, maybe you can do this without the blocks, and even if you can, feel it out. Try it with the blocks today, just to show your body a little bit of love, a little recovery. What we're gonna do is you're gonna take a breath in here, and on your exhale, send your hips back, straightening out your front leg. So the blocks are just here as an anchor to help support you. And then inhale, lunge back into your right leg. Exhale, send your hips back. A couple more times like that. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale, go back. This time hold here, maybe rounding down a little bit more for a few breaths. Then start to lunge back into your right leg. Move the blocks out of the way for a moment and step back to downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet. And step your left foot between your hands. Swivel your right toes back, finding your lunge here for a moment. And then lower your right knee down to the ground. Bring your blocks back in. Take a breath here in your lunge. Exhale, send your hips back. Just inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, back. Keep going, 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale, go back and stay, rounding down a little further. And then lunge back into your left leg. Again, move the blocks out of the way. Step back to downward facing dog. Breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Step your right foot between your hands. Once again, finding low lunge. This time, keep your left knee off of the mat. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth. And then keep your left hand on the mat. And again, this is a great place to use a block at any time in your practice, but especially today. And then inhale your right arm up towards the sky. And your block can be on any setting that's comfortable for you. Maybe you have it a little higher to find length in your spine. Take a breath here. And then exhale, unravel into warrior 2. Nice, widen your stance here. And just hold for a couple more breaths. Nothing too active today, I promise. And then straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips, and turn to face the long edge of your mat. We're gonna take a shoulder stretch, goddess variation. On this side, I want you to start and take it really easy. So just very slightly bend your knees, have your hands on your thighs, and start to dip your right shoulder in towards center. Don't go all the way down, even if you normally do. Take it really small, and then come back up through center. And on your exhale, dip your left shoulder down. And just come up through center and keep going. Just gently moving back and forth, side to side. Maybe sway a little in your hips as well. Find some fluidity in this movement. Maybe your hips pop. That's why I want you to start off small in this flow. Go for a couple more rounds, evening out. So then come back through center. Turn to face the front of your mat. Step your left leg up just a few inches. Bring your hands behind your low back. You can grab opposite elbow or opposite wrist. Right, just keep your chest tall. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Start to fold over halfway. Once you reach the halfway point, just hold here. Keep your head and neck long. Pull your right hip back. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Step to the top of your mat. Release your hands. I'll turn to face you for a moment just so you can see what I'm gonna do. But I want you to take your left leg, cross it over your right, and then inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold down, keeping your legs crossed the whole time. Once you fold all the way down, just hang here for a couple of breaths. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up. Uncross your legs. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. I know this is a stretch and restorative recovery class, but when we run, we have to challenge our bodies to build strength and stamina. So this is your stamina challenge. If you're really tired, if you just did a long run or a long walk, challenge yourself to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Nice, pedal out your feet. And step your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Rock a little bit back and forth here. Take a moment adjusting into your lunge. And then grab your block on whichever setting that you would like. Plant your right palm, inhale your left arm to the sky. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, warrior two. Again, sinking into your warrior two. The theme is finding space in your hips today. So sink into it for another deep breath in. Empty out. And then straighten your front leg. Turn all 10 toes out again towards the side. Sinking a little deeper this time. I'll turn to face you so that you can see. Just sinking a little lower, hands back on your legs. And then this time, maybe dipping a little deeper. So take a breath in. Exhale, right shoulder comes in through center. Nice, inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Keep going at your pace. And again, maybe taking a little further this time. If you want to stay taller, though, stay taller. Start to even out. Come back through center, straighten your legs. Turn to face the front of the mat. Right leg steps up a few inches. Interlace your hands, grabbing onto opposite wrist or elbow. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold over halfway, keeping a nice long flat back. And slowly roll yourself up. Release your hands, step to the top of your mat. Your right leg this time is going to cross over your left. Inhale up to the sky. And then exhale, fold down. Hanging heavy here. And slowly roll all the way up. Uncross your legs. Give them a little shake. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Last one here. Nice, just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Tap your knees down to the ground. Slowly lower all the way to your belly. And from here, yogis, you can take this quad stretch 2 ways. You can be on your forearms, creating a little bit of compression in your low back, or you can stay resting long, letting your upper body just be completely heavy. Whichever variation you take with your upper body, I want you to bend your right foot, bend your right knee, reach back for your right ankle. And if you can't hold on today, that's okay. Maybe you grab a pant leg, that's always a choice. If you have a strap, you can use that. Or just take the motion, because as you do this, you're still getting a stretch in the front line of your body. And just hold here. Remember, you can have the compression in your low back, like I have right now, or you can release your upper body all the way to the mat. And gently release your right leg. We'll take this on the other side, bending your left knee, reaching for your left ankle or pant leg. And maybe you start with the back bend, or you rest all the way down on your belly and just let your cheek rest to one side or forehead on your arm. All right, gently release your left leg. Yogis, press yourself back to child's pose. And crawl your fingertips forward and bring your palms together to touch and bend at your elbows. And release your hands back down to the ground. Take your right arm, thread it underneath your left, getting a shoulder stretch. And come back up through center. Left arm threads under right. And come back up through center. Lift yourself all the way up. Bring your legs around front. And then from here, you might want to turn to face the long edge of your mat if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to take a wide-legged straddle fold. So this is pretty much as wide as my legs are going today, or ever. And I just want you to gently crawl yourself forward, round down any amount. This is definitely a place for me where I'm gonna have a stack of blocks so that I can rest my forehead. Slowly lift yourself up. You can move the blocks out of the way for a moment. And then coming into butterfly, the soles of your feet are going to come together. You can always put a blanket just for a little extra cushioning, or even roll up some socks just so it's a little less pressure on your ankle bones. But from your butterfly position, let your legs be a little bit more relaxed, so you don't have to crank them all the way in. Let them come out a little bit, and then again, round down any amount. Let your upper body be heavy. Maybe your palms turn face up. Slowly start to crawl yourself up. Gently bring your knees back in through center. And just come all the way onto your back. Move your blocks out of the way. And heel toe your feet out wide towards the edges of your mat. Let your knees knock in. And rest here for a few breaths. All right, roll all the way onto your right side. And you can just prop your head up with your hand. You're gonna have both legs out long, and then just bend your top leg, reaching for your ankle. One more quad stretch here, driving your heel in towards your seat. And release, and roll onto the other side. Take your time. Straighten both legs out, and then bending your top leg, reaching for your ankle. All right, gently release and come all the way onto your back one more time. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock a little side to side. Coming into figure 4, plant your left foot on the mat, cross your right ankle over your left leg. Stay here or reach through, threading the needle to hold on to your left leg. All right, if you're holding onto your left leg, let it go. Plant your left foot on the mat. I want you to keep your right leg crossing over your left, but this time cross it completely over, like you're sitting at a table crossing your legs. And then just scoot your hips a little bit towards the right side of your mat, and then let your legs fall to the left side. If having your legs cross in this position is too much, yogis, you can of course uncross your legs. Slowly start to come back through center. Uncross your legs. And your left ankle is coming over your right, setting up for your figure 4 on this side. You can stay here or reach through. Okay, if it's not already there, release your right leg down to the ground. Cross your left leg completely over your right. Scoot your hips just a little bit towards the left side of your mat, and then your legs fall to the right side. Start to come back through center. Uncross your legs. Send them out long. Just give them a little gentle shake. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Let your arms come out wide. Setting up for your final resting pose, lie here. Or if you have a wall nearby, I encourage you to take legs up the wall, just scooching yourself, your booty close up, so that your legs can be elevated. And wherever you land, yogis, I will guide you out when it's time. Slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. If your legs are on the wall, gently start to bend them to roll yourself down. Otherwise, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then roll onto either side. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. Once you're there, yogis, feel free to keep your eyes closed. And inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring them down through heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Palms kiss. Exhale, bring them down through heart. Yogis, thank you so much for taking this time to stretch and take care of your body today. As always, it's a pleasure. Namaste.